All right, maybe you're going to have a nice little beach picnic for dinner, right? Out over at OB, we are looking at pretty clear skies for you. A little bit of fog possible for tonight, although expected it to stay right along the coastline. Temperatures are the big deal here, though. We have been above average the last few days, and we are starting to cool off tomorrow. Not by a whole lot, but we'll go ahead and take it. Live look for you right now in La Jolla, 73 degrees, noticing our winds about 13 miles per hour. So a little breezy at times. Out toward La Mesa, also gorgeous sunshine. 76 degrees. Winds there only at around 10 for you. We are going to notice our temps fall, maybe about 1 degree. That's it. If we are west of the mountains. Anywhere east of the mountains, you actually will see our temperatures jump up about 5 to 10 degrees. The reason being this area of high pressure. That's what brought us the tranquil conditions, but now it's beginning to shift a little bit further to the east and move away from us, decreasing its hold. Thus, temperatures are going to start to fall ever so slowly. And then notice a trough out over toward the Pacific. That'll drop temperatures even more. So right now, looking like the weekend will be the coolest days of the week, but by that, we will still remain 5 degrees above average, sitting into the lower 70s for the coastline, and maybe closer to the mid-70s for inland areas. Here's your proof hour-by-hour temperature forecast around 6 o'clock this evening. The upper 60s for inland areas. It's pretty much the same thing for the coast, getting close to that 70-degree mark for you out over toward Chula Vista. Tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow morning rather, we wake up into the lower 50s. These values very similar to what we usually see this time of year, the mid-40s for you inland areas. And the afternoon, now noticing our temperature is about 85 lakeside at El Cajon. You might say, hey, that felt a lot like what it was today. And yes, it will. It's only nudging down just slightly right along the coastline, 74 for you out over toward Encinitas and 75 into downtown. When you fast forward this, though, as we head on in through around Friday, now you'll start to notice those temperatures dropping even more into the lower 80s finally for the inland areas and getting close to the lower 70s for the coast. 7-day forecast, 77 tomorrow, going 72 on Friday, into the low 70s by the weekend. Inland areas 83 and then 81. You'll see your temperatures fall also into the 70s by the weekend. Mountain communities 67 and then 69. The deserts are looking at 85 and then 88. By the way, if you've been wondering where the El Nino storms are, I think they will begin by the 10th of March, and we'll see them for a few days. Jim?
We will welcome them back. Sabrina, thank you. Stocks pulled out of an early slide and closed higher today as they continue to follow the direction of oil prices. By the close, the Dow was up 53 points and the Nasdaq gained 0.9%. Meanwhile, the number of stocks currently trading on major U.S. exchange for less than $1 a share has jumped 38% this year and is up 420% from 5 years ago. An appeals court upholds a limit on the sharing of tips among workers. Businesses cannot collect tips given to waiters or other service employees to share with support staff such as dishwashers, even if the tipped employees are receiving minimum wage. The Ninth Circuit says that the rule is reasonable and consistent with Congress's goal of ensuring tips stay with employees who receive them. Simply stated, tips belong to the employees and not to the employers. The 2-to-1 decision by the Ninth Circuit upholds a 2011 U.S. Labor Department rule. New today, Walmart joining other retailers that no longer sell hoverboards following the government's notice that the devices are unsafe. As recently as Monday, hoverboards were available for sale on the company's website, but you won't find them there now. Walmart, the largest retailer in the U.S., decided to stop selling hoverboards until makers of the device can prove that their products are in line with the safety guidelines. And get ready to raise your glass of home-brewed beer at a bar near you. Assemblyman Brian Jones of Santee just introduced legislation to allow home-brew clubs to sample and share home-brew beer within bars. He wants to allow beer club meetings to taste their own home brews. He's proposing this because he says the region has seen strong growth in home-brew hobbyists and clubs, and as a former home brewer and current craft beer enthusiast, he wants to open up the options. California Home Brewers Association says this will also give liquor establishments more business. Well, move over, like button. You've got some competition on Facebook. Facebook giving the more options to respond to posts on your news feed. Social networking site used to only have a thumbs up button if you wanted to like something. Well, now, if you hover your mouse over the thumbs up button, you can choose from like, love, haha, wow, sad, or angry. The new options, called reactions, will be rolled out over the next few days on both the desktop and mobile devices. However, you may need to restart your app to see the change. It's a question you've probably never pondered. How much would it cost to buy one of everything on Amazon.com? The answer, nearly $12.86 billion. That's according to Jun Yang, a computer scientist in Zurich. Answering such questions is a hobby for Heng, and he's answered some real head-scratchers before. The burning questions he's tackled include how much money would it cost to build an Imperial-class Star Destroyer, and how much money has been spent attempting to bring Matt Damon back from distant places.